It's that time of the month again. It's time for our next Legends Limited unit. Now, as usual, we have a couple of hints as to what the next LF unit may be. So in this one, we're going to be going over some possible characters we can see released in the upcoming weeks. So let's go. I mentioned a couple of hints, but in reality, we only have one hint. And it's this hint that we got from the official Dragon Ball Legends Twitter account. And it's basically just a green square with a bunch of, I guess, C's. And then right here, very randomly, I don't know the pattern here, but right in the middle, or not in the middle, like the bottom leftish corner, we have the double C, which basically shows us the Capsule Corp logo. I mean, it looks exactly like it. And there's only really a few options of what you can infer from this. The most likely option that I've seen is this right here, the Dragon Ball Super Trunks from the future, obviously. And as you can see, the exact same logo on his left or left arm with the logo there. Now, usually with these hints, right, it doesn't necessarily point towards the LF unit, right? The hint is usually meant for some EX unit, or in last time we got a hint, it was for Sparking Roshi. So that was cool, but I don't expect us to see a LF banner with another 1% Sparking unit. That was mainly for the 70 million user celebration. So we're back to like regular monthly banners with probably only one LF unit. So this hint is most likely for the EX unit. So this Trunks could probably be an EX unit. So don't get your hopes up too much for this one, but it's pointing towards what could possibly be the next unit, right? So before we hop in more into what the LF is, a couple of other options that I've seen is this Android 16. I don't really see the correlation. Like the green, I guess, is somewhat similar. I mean, it's not even the same shading of green. The C, someone mentioned like if you count like something, I don't know if it's rows or this way or that way or whatever, it adds up to 16 maybe. Like if you count this, like what is it, 3, 7, 14? No, okay, we're not even gonna count that. So 16 is like, I guess it's an option, but I'm pretty sure when they drop these hints, they would be more direct with what these hints will be. And this is just a bit too much of a stretch. And then finally, we have another hint. This is an even bigger stretch here. So here we have a picture of the hint, and it's pointing towards Orange Piccolo on his back. You know, like when he transforms, he has that logo there or whatever, the icon. So if you flip this image around, you get this image. Now, this is a pretty big reach. This is somewhat similar, but it's not similar at all. Like this, you can see the inner like circle here is really not even the same. Here it's nice and symmetrical, where here it's big and it gets smaller as you get to the top and then gets bigger again. It's a complete stretch. This doesn't fit at all, and there's no way we're getting Orange Piccolo right now. But I do expect him to see this guy, especially this year for sure, but this is for sure not Orange Piccolo here. So most likely going to be this Trunks here. And just because it's this Trunks, we have a couple options concerning his tags, right? So he has the Future Saga tag, the Hybrids tag, the Vegeta Clan tag, and that's pretty much it. And right now we just got a buff for Future, right? We got Ultra Rose. So it makes sense for them to continuously buff Future, which again, I wouldn't really like, but I mean, at this point, who can stop them for continuously buffing Future? But if it is a Future unit, there really isn't. I would rather this be a Vegeta Clan / Hybrids, but more so of a Vegeta Clan buff, because then we have potentials to see some really cool units. For instance, we can have a potential Final Flash Vegeta. Final Flash Super Vegeta has been a very requested unit for an LF for a very long time, and I do think Vegeta Clan definitely needs the help. I mean, they're a pretty solid team right now, but they can definitely use a strong unit like this Vegeta. This guy's been wanted for so long. Last year, he was kind of, I guess, hypothesized to be the next unit, but they ended up dropping the droids. Now, the one thing is, since they're dropping a Future-related unit, and since we just got a Future-related buff with the Ultra Rose, I'm more inclined to them dropping a Future unit. Like, I don't want that personally, but it's looking like it might possibly be a Future unit. But Vegeta Clan would be very, very cool, and this Vegeta would most likely fit that bill perfectly. And of course, like, he kind of relates to Future, right? Since this arc, the Cell Shock arc, occurs with Future Trunks, right? So I mean, it's kind of a stretch, but it's still Future Trunks and stuff, right? So what's most likely gonna happen is it's gonna be a Future related buff, but we can see an LF Trunks of some sort. Now, the only two LF Trunks that I can potentially see coming into the game because we've already got 2 from the Future Saga, the Dragon Ball Super Future Saga, right? Which is the Final Flash, Gallic Kamehameha, Father Son Gallic Kamehameha, Gallic Gun, Jesus Christ. Trunks and Vegeta we got from Legends Festival, and we have Sword of Hope Trunks that we got back in Legends Festival 2021. Now, the only other 2 that I can think of is, first off, Heat Dome Trunks. This is a unit that we actually have in the game right now. This one right here, Red Heat Dome Trunks. But it is a great candidate for a LF unit because it's a pretty, I guess, iconic finisher for Trunks. One of the few finishes that he does have against Cell. So it is a good option. He'll buff Future. He'll buff... This scene actually occurs in the future, right? So it's a future buff. And then it would buff Vegeta Clan, it'd buff hybrids, all that good stuff. So this is a very strong possibility as well. And it's honestly one of the most probable one. The other one that I think that has a pretty equal chance of being released is this one. Now, this is the one that I'm more excited about. Tank Top Trunks, or I guess people like to call them Women Beater Trunks or whatever, all this stuff. But this guy, this is a very anticipated unit right here. The iconic finish that he does against the double androids, especially on 18, where he just completely blasts her away. I wonder if it's here somewhere, where he just blasts her away. I guess it's not. I don't want to honestly search it, but it's right here, actually. This scene right here. Can we get a shot of it? So, hello? But, yo, this Tank Top Trunk has so much drip. He is so cool, and I would love to see this. Look at this. This looks clean, man. Imagine this. If this, as his card art, would look so clean in game. Yo, this would look so nice. And this is honestly what I would personally want to see come to the game for this month's LF. Now, obviously, I know not many people would be happy with the future buffs, but I mean, it's one of it's Legends' favorite tags to buff alongside movies, right? So we shouldn't be too surprised. But at the very least, it will help out the hybrids tag and Vegeta. Hopefully, it helps out the Vegeta Clan team because they can definitely use a nice buff here, and hopefully he's good enough to have a slight impact on the team, right? Now, beyond this, it could very easily also be someone that's like not related to Trunks' tags, but related into the future. For example, since this is most likely going to be either the 1% sparking or the EX, leaning more towards the EX, the LF can just completely be different, right? So for example, I have a couple other options here. For instance, we have this Goku right here, Super Saiyan Blue Goku against Zamasu. Especially, well, more specifically, that 1-2 combo, these kicks here that he does against Zamasu here, this was clean. Oh, wait, right here. This one right here. This is so clean. They need to add this into the game. Now, I don't know what... Actually, his LF can very easily be the Kamehameha, full power Kamehameha that he did against Zamasu that forces him into losing or breaking his arms, right? That could be a really cool idea. He can launch a Kamehameha and have his arms injured to the rest of the game and just starts using his feet. I don't know how he would do some ki blast, but you know, they have to be creative. So they can very easily go with this instance. I don't know if people would be happy that another Super Saiyan Blue Goku was the LF, since the last LF we got was Revival Goku and he was a Super Saiyan Blue unit. So, I mean, they have to be a bit wary on that. And then another option could simply be Merge Zamasu. When was the last time we got a Merge Zamasu? The free-to-play one? Yeah, screw that. This could easily be an LF as well. And it would look clean. Merge Zamasu definitely needs an LF. We have an LF for CMZ Corrupted Merge Zamasu, but we don't have one for this one. And there's still a couple animations that we're missing out from this Zamasu, right? Like the attack with the absolute fucking... This attack right here. I don't even know what it's called, but where he throws a bunch of red shards of ki and stuff like that. So there's still definitely a couple animations missing out from the Zamasu here. So I can very easily see this guy coming out as an LF as well. It would actually help out a lot of teams if they kind of focus it more on regen. That would be really cool because regen is down bad right now, down horrendous, and they could use the buff here. But he would buff regen, powerful opponent, fusions, future, God Ki, so many tags. I think Merge Zamasu is the unit with the most tags in the game, because he just fits on like literally every team except movies, right? So that's pretty much all I can really think of. Vegeta doesn't really have any other moments that deserves an LF, so there's that. And then honestly, me personally, like I said, I'd rather the Tank Top Trunks. I think I just closed the tab here, or the Heat Dome Trunks, but Zamasu and Goku, I personally wouldn't mind seeing it, but I can see people not really wanting another Goku being the LF, right? So also give some love to Vegeta, he definitely needs it. But that's going to be pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think is going to be coming. What do you guys think this hint is hinting towards? Is it a 1% sparking? Is it an EX? Or could it just straight up be the LF unit? Definitely let me know. And what do you guys think is going to be the next LF? Because it has been a month since our last one, Rev UI, who dropped like around end of February, mid-February. And we're closing it on the end of March. So we're definitely due for a new LF. And I don't think it's gonna be an all-star unit. So definitely let me know all that stuff in the comments below. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. It's so important, so don't forget. Alright, have a great day. See ya.